This is my basic sleeve block. There will be a link in the description box for those who may not be able to create this. Even though this paper is on fold, you know, you have the front and the back part of the sleeve, but you don't really need these two sides, you just need one, given that the sleeve we're about to construct has puff, has excesses and pleats, so you can get away with using just one side of it. To get started with this sleeve, go ahead and transfer this pattern to fabric, actually to your lining. Okay. I'll be making use of the same fabric for my lining and for the main fabric. I'll just go ahead and transfer this to the fabric. I'm making use of this Mikado fabric. It has a bit of structure, so you want something that has structure, or if at all your fabric doesn't have structure, you can go ahead and add structure to the fabric. You can make use of a paper stay, a collar stay, anything that makes it look firmer. Although I won't advise something too harsh like a collar stay, but you can still get away with it if you want your structure to be very firm. Like I said earlier on, this is going to be our lining. You can go ahead and add your preferred seam allowance. I'll be making use of 1/2 inch all through. Now this is going to serve as my lining. Now I'm going to take this pattern paper and just split it into two so I can use one side. I already mentioned that all you need is a side. Now I'm going to take this sleeve now and we're going to slash and spread it to form a puffy sleeve. Without slashing through, I'm going to spread this part. Next, I'll go ahead and lay this on another paper and redraw my sleeve pattern. Now I'm spreading about 5 inches. Now I'm spreading with about 4.5 inches. You can actually make it less or more. So this is what we have right now. Now I'm going to lay this again because we are going to spread again. Come about 3 inches above the elbow line and draw out another line right there. And you are going to cut through this your nail line to further spread this sleeve so that we can further spread this part. So just go ahead and lay this on another paper, then you can spread further like so. You can make this spread as wide as you want it to be. Note that that will affect the volume you will have to create your ruffles by the time you transfer this pattern to fabric. So what I've just done here is spread with about 5 inches. So you can go a little bit further, but I think I will work with this. I'm going to connect this tip to the center of my sleeve pattern. Now I'll go ahead to cut out my pattern. This is what we have right here. Don't forget to put a notch on the original center front, the puffy center here, although this is pretty obvious, but this one you really need to notch so that you know how much excess you have to pleat with. I will go ahead to measure this, so I know that my pleat should be 4 inches. I just have the luxury of pleating 4 inches right here. So I will now go ahead to transfer this pattern to fabric. I'm making use of the same Mikado fabric that I use for the lining. Don't forget to include your seam allowances. Mine is 1/2 inch all round with the center of the sleeve on fold. Remember the notch I told you to place on here? Don't forget to do that. So I'll do this, I'll do this, and this is not necessary because it's obvious, but I'll just go ahead and notch this part as well. Now quickly, let's move on to the sewing process. If your fabric is squeezed like this, please make sure that you press before cutting. Unfortunately, I'm working without power supply right now. That is why mine is like this. First, I will start by noting the center and notching it. I'll do the same thing to this lining piece. This lining piece is going to guide you to achieving the original width and length of the sleeve. Let's go ahead to sew this down by your seam allowance, which is 1/2 inch, right? So we have 1/2 inch seam allowance here. Just sew this part closed, unfold this way. Go ahead and sew this. Now our stitch is done from here to here, and this is what we have this way. So now I'm going to lay my lining the wrong side, facing the wrong side of the sleeve with this part. This part is my wrong side, okay? I'm going to lay the main fabric over the lining like so. So remember that we had excess of 2 inches here, right? So I'm going to pleat in my 2 inches on this sleeve, okay? Making sure that this cap height line aligns with what we have here. So basically I'm sewing the cup of the sleeve right together and pleating my 2 inches in. You have to ensure that the center of your sleeve here aligns with the center of the lining right here. So let me just show you what I want to do on pleats before going to the sewing machine to sew it down. This part has to be here. Let's hold it down with pins. You can work with pins so that you don't, mix it up. And this part with my seam allowance open should sit at the top of the sleeve right here. Pleat as you wish on here. Let's just go ahead and create the pleat here. Now, having pinned all of this together, I'll go ahead to stitch these two together along the sleeve cap. Now go ahead to stitch the sides together by 1/2 inch, this other side as well by 1/2 inch. So I have closed up the hem and the side of this. I actually closed up the hem first, then sew the sides closed like this. Now I've been playing around with this just to find the simplest way to explain this to you guys. Remember this peak we have here, right? So you're going to just go in from that peak all the way down, okay? So I'm doing this very explicit explanation just in case there is a beginner here. You should be able to do this as well. So I'll hold that peak down with my needle, with my pin, and then try to form roses like so. So I am working with only this fabric, only the fashion fabric. I'm not working with the lining, okay? The lining is just a base for this, okay? So I'll try my best now to hold things together with pins. So just pleat as much as you can. The volume of fabric you have here, which is also determined by how much you spread, is going to come into play here. If you only spread by a little, you're going to get just little to work with here. But if you increase your spread, you're going to have an elaborate sleeve. It depends on what you prefer. So take your time. If you don't like what you're seeing, try to redo it until you get a perfect looking rose. Then you go ahead to hand tack. There are other ways you can create this pleat, but I just feel like if you're a beginner, this may help you more. You can then go ahead to tack all the pins you have just put in place. Now this is what I have after tacking. I'm going to put the right side facing the right side and go ahead to stitch the side seam of the sleeve together.